Have you ever felt so weak, so completely drained that all you could do was just wait? Well, today we're going to look at a miracle that's incredibly quiet. It doesn't happen in front of a big crowd, but in a private home. And, it's a story that shows us exactly where hope comes from when our own strength is totally gone. Let's dive in.
Yeah, that feeling, that helplessness, where you're just stuck. You can't do anything but wait. I think we've all been there, right? It's a feeling every single one of us knows. And honestly, that's right where this story begins.
So, picture this. We're in a quiet house. It's so intimate, it feels almost hidden away. There's no big audience here, no grandstanding. It's just a family, a home, and a woman burning up with a fever that just won't break. Okay, and we really have to get our heads around this. In first century Galilee, a fever wasn't just being sick. This was a life or death situation. There were no antibiotics, no ER to rush to. A fever like this, it was an absolute crisis. And that's the terrible reality she's facing. Her life is just so fragile, like a candle flame flickering in a draft. You can almost feel the quiet desperation in that room, can't you? This sense that at any second that little flame could just go out. So let's break down the scene. First, the place. This is Peter's house. It's not a synagogue or some big public square, it's just a home. Then there's Jesus. He's not there to put on a show, he's just a guest. And finally, the patient. We don't even get her name. She's not defined by her status or who she is, she's defined only by her complete and total need. And this whole setup, it pushes a huge question to the surface. It's a question I think we all wrestle with in our darkest moments. Do I have to be strong for God to notice me? Do I have to clean myself up first? Or does he actually come to us when we have absolutely nothing left to give? Well, the gospel's answer isn't some long, complicated lecture. It's an action. It's simple. It's direct. And it's immediate. You see, Jesus doesn't stand back and think about it. He just moves toward her. He touches her hand, and the Bible says the fever left her. I mean, think about that wording. It didn't fade away. It didn't slowly break. It was there 1 second, and the next, it was gone, as if it had been given a direct order to leave. That one simple touch shows an unbelievable, absolute authority. You see, this is so much bigger than just one person getting better. This is a declaration. It's Jesus showing his authority over sickness itself, his authority over the brokenness of creation, and even his authority over the fallout from the fall of humanity. And what happens next? Oh, it's just beautiful. She doesn't just get healed from her sickness. No, she's restored to her purpose. The first thing she does is get up and start serving. Her dignity, her place in the family, her reason for being, it was all handed back to her in that single moment. And this is where the camera pulls way back, and we see the bigger picture. Matthew, the guy writing this account, connects this small, private healing to a massive prophecy from Isaiah, written centuries before. He's shouting to us, hey, this wasn't just a nice thing Jesus did. This is who the Messiah was always, always meant to be. This points to a huge idea in the Bible called substitution. And really, all that means is that Jesus doesn't stand on the sidelines and shout instructions. No, he steps right into our weakness, right into our sickness, and he takes it on himself. It's like, imagine a crushing weight on your chest, and someone stronger just comes and lifts it off, choosing to carry it for you. That's the feeling. And this is where this story from 2,000 years ago suddenly becomes about you and me. Because let's be honest, we all have a version of that bed, don't we? We all have those private fevers, those areas of weakness or shame or brokenness that just leave us feeling completely and utterly powerless. In fact, the Bible kind of describes our deepest human problem as a spiritual fever. It's this soul-deep exhaustion, a sickness that comes from being cut off from God, who is our source of life. We keep trying to get up on our own power, but we just can't. So this one healing, it's actually pointing to two totally different realities. On one side, you have the world we know, a world with a fever, you could say. It's full of sickness, weakness, and death. But on the other side is the world God has promised to restore, a world with no more sickness, no more sorrow, no more death, a world made completely whole. So you see, this miracle isn't just some dusty old story. It's a movie trailer. It's a sneak peek of the grand finale. It's a promise, written in bold letters, that the very same power that healed one woman in one small house will one day heal everything. And that right there, that's the heart of the hope in this story. The gentle, personal touch of Jesus actually reveals his massive cosmic power. The same king who would stoop down to hold a sick woman's hand is the very same king who will one day restore creation itself. It's just staggering when you think about it. So here's the bottom line, the thing we absolutely have to get. You don't get better first to earn his touch. It's the other way around. You are healed first, and then you rise. His touch is what makes it possible to get up at all. He always, always makes the first move. And this is the beautiful, upside-down logic of God's grace. If you feel weak right now, you're not disqualified. In fact, your weakness is the very thing that qualifies you. It's an invitation. If you feel weak, if you feel helpless, you're exactly the one he touches. And that's the promise that echoes down through the centuries, right to this very moment. The same hand that touched her, it still reaches out. The compassion and the power that filled that quiet room, it's still at work today, reaching into the ordinary hidden corners of our own lives. So I want to leave you with this question to think about. When you imagine that future, that world finally restored by Jesus, where there's no more sickness, no more death, what part of that coming reality fills you with the most hope? I genuinely love to hear your thoughts down in the comments.